So guys, this is our Suzuki Access, and in our last video we had replaced piston on this engine, and in this video we will be replacing the fuel pump, the timing chain and the fuel pump chain. And to do all of that you will have to remove first the magnet of this bike. Now how to do that I will show you in this video. Now how to separate the front part of the bike from the engine, I have already made a detailed video on that. I will put a link of it in the I button above. You can go there and watch that video and separate your front part from the engine part. How to remove the engine block and how to replace it, on that also I have made a separate video. I have also made a video on how to replace the piston, guys. I will put a link of all those videos in the end screens. You can later go there and watch all those videos. But at the moment just focus on this video because this is a very critical video. If you miss to set up the timing, then after putting so much efforts to fix this thing, it will be of no use. That is the reason why I am telling you guys, don't skip the video even a bit, because the question here is of the timing. So once you take out the plastic covers, you will see this fan. Now you will have to take a 10mm socket, and on this fan you will notice 3 bolts. So you will have to take all these 3 bolts out. Now match the timing of this fan as much as possible. As you guys can see, both of my arrows are matching. As you guys can see, both of these arrows are pointing each other. They are in line, so keep them like that. So by keeping them like that, I will take out my fan. Now if I try to loosen the bolts by pushing the wrench, they are not going to loosen, guys. If you do that, your entire fan will start to rotate. That is the reason why place the socket on the bolt and tap the wrench with a hammer like this. When you do it like this, guys, all your bolts will loosen very easily. Once they become loose, then you can take them out easily like this. So once you are done taking out all the 3 bolts, your fan will come out easily like this. How it looks underneath the fan, you guys can see that here. Now you will have to take a 14mm socket and you will have to take out this nut which is there in the middle. Again, to loosen this, the entire thing will rotate. But I have the clutch holder tool with me, you guys know that. I use this most of the time on the clutch. This tool I will place on this like this, and this is the silencer bolt which I have kept in place. I will use that bolt to lock this tool in position so that when I am loosening this nut, it will not rotate. Then I will use my 14mm socket and I will loosen this nut. Here my nut is now loose. Now take this out completely. Underneath this you will see a visor. Take that out as well and keep it in a safe place, because while putting everything back you need all these things back, guys. Now the next thing that you need is, guys, take a marker and put a marking on this plate like this. The reason why I am putting the marking on this is when I am putting this back, I want it to go in the same way and on the same side and in the same line, because the question is about the timing, guys. The timing should not miss. If your timing misses, then your bike will start to misfire and your entire job will go waste. That is the reason why put a marking on this plate like this. That should point the arrow on the casing. Now before I started this job, I already drained my oil. As you guys can see, I will keep this vessel on the side now and I will lower my entire engine assembly like this. Now to take the casing out, this stand comes in between, and that is the reason why now I will have to take the stand out. To take the stand out, you will have to first take the spring out. Now to pull this spring and take it out, it is completely next to impossible. If you try to pull it with the plier, then it needs lots of bite and force, so it is not going to get pulled like that. So to take this stand out, you will have to take out the main axle first. Now to take the axle out, you don't have to do much. There is only one pin which is holding this axle, so just tap this pin like this and take it out from the other side. Once you take out this pin, now you will have to tap on the axle bolt like this and take it out from the other side. Now this axle is not going to go on the other side that easily, so you will have to make use of a screwdriver and tap it more, guys. Many taps you will have to give before it comes out from the other side. While you are tapping, be careful not to dent the axle or deform it. So tap on it lightly, guys, and by tapping it lightly, slowly it will come out on the other side like this. Once it reaches till here, you can pull it out like this. So here came out my axle. Once this comes out, if you pull the stand down like this, it will easily come down. Then I will go on the other side and I will take the spring out from the stand. You guys can see the spring has come out very easily. So once you take the spring out, your stand is now totally separated from the bike. But I will keep it like this only. If this stays here, it doesn't create a problem for me. Then in front here there is a plate. This plate also I will take it out and I will keep it on one side. As you guys can see, on top of this there is sponge and all. So just keep it on the side at the moment. Now while taking the stand out, the visor fell down here. So keep this visor also in a safe place. Now you will have to take out this plate, so take a screwdriver and pry this plate out like this. Once you pry it out, it will come out easily like this. This plate also now you can keep on the side. Now it's time to use many special tools, guys. So first you will need a 8mm socket. Take a 8mm socket and take out all the bolts which are there all around this casing. These are all 8mm bolts. Now all these 8mm bolts are of the same size, but the two bolts which are there on the inner side of the casing are slightly longer bolts, as you guys can see. So keep a note on that, guys. So once you are done taking out all these bolts, if you pull the casing, it will come out easily. But somehow my video was not recording when I took out the casing. How that happened, I don't know, guys. You just have to pull it and take it out. If it is not coming out, just tap lightly on it and it will come out. Once you take out the casing, inside of it you will see this wheel. So take the pin out which is there in the middle of this wheel and take this wheel out as well. This is your starter motor wheel, guys. When you press the self start, then your self start motor rotates this wheel, which rotates the entire assembly, and because of which your bike starts. So keep it on the side safely. Now let's go near our magnet. Now on this magnet you will notice this part. Now on this part you should not be putting your magnet holder. Just remember that, guys. You should not be damaging this part, guys. So keep this on the side only like this when you are putting a magnet holder on the magnet. Now these are all my tools. I have bought these tools to do this job now. This is the magnet puller. With the help of this, I will take the magnet out. And this is my magnet holder. All these tools I have purchased, guys. I will try to put a link of all these tools in the description or on the screen here. You can definitely go there and check it out by yourself. Now on this magnet holder, you will notice that there is a Allen key bolt here. Loosen this Allen key bolt a little bit, because this part should rotate a little bit like this, guys. Otherwise you cannot tighten this magnet holder. And to loosen this, you will need a Allen key like this. Now place the magnet holder on your magnet like this. But this magnet holder should not come on that part, which I have told you first only. If that part gets damaged, then your entire timing can go bad, guys. So put the magnet holder on the magnet like this and tighten this part. So you will have to tighten it really well, guys. So take a screwdriver and put it in the hole like this and rotate this and make it as tight as possible, because otherwise this even slips, guys. So once you are done tightening this, now you will need a 22mm socket. This socket also I have purchased specially for this job. The cost of all the tools came to around 1400 rupees or something. This is a long socket, guys. I had the shorter socket, but I could not use that here because you need a long socket here. Then I will place a long pipe on the magnet holder like this. Then I will place the socket on the nut. Now this nut is very tight, and to loosen this you will need a long pipe. And because of that I will use the pipe on this hammer to loosen this nut. But the moment I try to loosen this, guys, then this entire magnet only started to rotate along with the nut. So again I had to loosen the magnet holder and tighten it back again, because the part on which I don't want the magnet holder to be on, that part was touching the magnet holder now because it got rotated. So like this I tried many times, guys, but this nut was not just getting loose. Again I placed the magnet holder, then I put the pipe on the magnet holder like this, and the marking that I had put on the drive shaft, that marking also went. So again I put that marking here because a little bit of marking was still there. And now, guys, you guys know that I have a impact wrench. So I will try to use this impact wrench to take this nut out. The moment I use the impact wrench, in 1 second the nut became loose, guys. On this you can come to know that if you have the right tools, then you can get your job done very easily. Now as you guys can see, my nut is already loose here. Now take this nut out completely, and on this nut you will notice that there is a green paint like thing. According to that green mark, you will have to tighten this nut, guys. Don't tighten it more than that. Like this, guys, when you are doing this job, all the markings has to be put first only. Otherwise you can mess it up later on. Then I will place the magnet puller on the thread which is there on the magnet. Thread it in properly. It should go inside properly, because you need lots of force to take this magnet out, guys. Once you tighten it properly, now you will have to tighten this small rod which is there on top. The moment you tighten this rod, your magnet will get disconnected and it will come out. Now to tighten this, I used all the force that I had, guys. Then I brought my hammer pipe, and with this also I tried to tighten it, but the entire tool only started to rotate, even the bottom part. Only the top part should rotate, guys, and the bottom part should stay like that only. Then I placed a vice ply on this tool like this. You guys can see how I have placed the vice ply on the tool. I have put a vice ply on this tool so that I can hold the vice plier with one hand, which will stop the bottom part of this tool from rotating. And while holding it, I will have to rotate this rod part of the tool. Then only your magnet will come out, guys. Now on this magnet I have put my magnet puller tool. Then on top of that tool I have put a vice plier and it is holding it tight, and on top of this I have placed a hammer. Now when I tried to loosen this, then this entire assembly was moving. You guys can see that here. I have placed one of my feet on the pipe which is holding the magnet holder so that my magnet will not rotate. All your hands and legs you will have to use here, guys, to take this magnet out. Now on the internet they don't show these things to you guys. They will show you guys directly the magnet removed, and they show it to you guys in such a way that it looks very easy to remove the magnet. They show you as if you can rotate these things with your finger and it will come out easily. And then when you go and try it, you fall in trouble because you cannot remove it like that. Then I changed my position, guys, and from here I kept my one foot on the pipe which is put on the magnet holder. With one hand I held the vice plier as tight as I could, and with one hand I used this long pipe to rotate this magnet puller rod. The moment I did this, as you guys can see, it created a big sound and the magnet got released. I thought something broke, guys, but nothing broke. Only the magnet got released. This type of sound comes when the magnet is released. Now you will have to loosen this top part of this tool. Then I will take out the vice plier. Then I will move aside my long pipe. Once I put aside all these things, my entire magnet with the magnet holder came out like this. As you guys can see, my entire magnet has come out. Now from this, take out the magnet puller tool. Now what to do next, that I will show you in my next video, guys. Otherwise the video becomes very long and you guys don't watch the entire video. Still lots of work is left, guys, and the timing you will have to set, otherwise everything will misfire. So keep the channel subscribed, keep the bell icon pressed so that you will not miss the next video. And if you found this particular video useful, then see that you like the video. So that's all in this video, guys, and I will see you guys in my next video now. Till then, bye and take care.